Hello YouTube, and welcome to some more Unturned tips and tricks. In this episode I'm going to be covering actually 6 tips. Now this one is going to be an extra long video because I just feel like it, and my character is literally right here somewhere. Now let me turn it today so you can see easier. Today. Now in this video, we're going to be covering, as I said earlier, 6 tips. Now the first one is to get free weapons. Right now I'm geared as if I was sniping the base that is set up over where I set up the trapped door in the last episode over there. Now this first tip is a sort of like, it's not really like useful because it is pretty hard to do, especially with using this gun, Sniperskia. But the Sniperskia, I like using it because you could actually put a literal suppressor on it. So this tip is the tip for free guns. If you find a base like that set up with sentry guns all over, what you're gonna want to do is go over, shoot the sentry until it is dead. So let me do that real quick. And you see how it died? Now you want to do that with every single sentry. Yes, it takes a really long time. So let's say we destroyed all the sentries. Let's do that. With the microwave. Like that. That was really loud. Let's see, I destroyed them all. What the heck? What? Eh. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but let's say we destroyed all of it, and we're all the way back here. Then what we gotta do, run over here, stealthily, and we can pick up all the good weapons that we want. Maple Strike, meh. But we could use the mag. Let me drop these. And then we could use a honey badger mag, or the whole entire honey badger. Could use the Nikarev, and then you run away. And the enemies, the people that live in the base would walk out and notice, oh my god, everything is gone. Now this is, if they were online, then you could you'll have a problem because they can hear the damage being done to their sentries. But yeah, anyways, this is a really useful way to get free loot instead of having to raid the entire base. But yeah, and on to the next tip is the bush bed. Let me drop all of this. Need it. Go. And the bush bed is self-explanatory. Here I have a crate, and we got our bed here. How do I keep on doing that? Try to put it in my hotkey inventory. And usually this works best putting it inside of a bush next to a tree, like this. Well, next to a tree, I mean. It does. It obviously goes inside a bush. These are quite hard to see. Usually someone would just go walking by and not notice it unless their cursor goes over the actual bed. but this is a pretty useful way, especially if it's near a tree. Then the pillow on the bed would go right up next to the tree, which there is one actually somewhere over here in Seattle, somewhere along the borders of Seattle. That's how I found out about how to efficiently place the bush bed. Now, the next one, the trapped door 2.0. In the last episode, I made a trapped door where down here I had snares and then a barbed wire fence. Well, guess what? I found something even better. You could just put barbed wires right up on the door and boom. The enemy gets literally one shot. Like seriously? This is just overpowered right here. Like, the raider would see that there is a door here, and they would say, more free loot, more free loot. Well, you probably wouldn't want to have that, because that looks really suspicious. So you do that, and they would get their weapons ready right in front of the door, like this, and then they would go, ready, 3, 2, 1, and then one dude would open the door, run in, and boom, they're dead. Yep. That's basically the third tip. Let me buff my skills up. If you're wondering how I'm buffing my skills up like this, watch the first episode, I believe it is what it is. And in that episode, I'll show you how to do that. Now, I actually don't know. Yeah, you can't get hit through the door. So, yeah, they can walk up on it and then go, nothing suspicious. Now, the next one, Sentry overload. That's what I showed you over here with all the sentries. It's a really good way. So, you won't really want to be online a lot, so you can make sure that the sentries are there by not hearing the hit sound. And then basically what you want to do, you just place a bunch of sentries. That's basically it. And then stock a bunch of good weapons in them. The next one is the tree climbing tip, where basically you find a tree like this and it's tilted, right? You see how it goes a bit like that. Like that. Instead of this, right? See how it's slanted like this? Now, if you're right here, it's slanting that direction. So you want to walk on the opposite side and start jumping on it. So as you can see here, here is where it's slanting that direction. So it's like a normal plate. You just walk up it. But you need to jump because this is a tree and it's like normally placing wood plates or something. Another way you could do this is by looking up and doing this. But that's slower and I find it less efficient. And anyways, congrats on climbing this tree. Yay. Now, this is another efficient way to raid a base. You climb to the top of a tree, an umbrella onto the base. Now, I probably wouldn't be able to get on top of this base. Yes, I did. And then you can just raid it from above. Whoa. I'm dead. Yeah. And the last and final tip number 6, the hidden head. Now, this isn't really that much useful, but if you don't want to die instantly from, let's say, grizzly, then what you could do, you could crouch down, go as close as you can to the tree, not backwards, but forwards, and if you go in third person, you could see that your head's actually inside the tree. That your head's actually inside a tree, and people can't actually headshot you. if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's actually it. Oh, and another, yeah, that's about it. And, well, not really. The Sentry Overload, I also kind of made this part of the Sentry Overload thing, where I did this little thing. These are just get fuel sources. So over here, I got these sentries set up, and I'm going to start it and get zombies' attentions. Get a microwave. Get their attentions. And as you can see, now this is a really overpowered. So all you gotta do, get the zombies' attention and kill them. And then you can peacefully walk over here and collect all the zombies' loot. Now this isn't really a useful thing, but you know, it's the Sentry Overload tip. Overload with sentries, and you saw how the zombies literally got like one shot. Now the next part of the Sentry Overload, when you just respawn, so the zombies will respawn, and I'll drive the APC over there with the generator on, and it will absolutely wreck zombies. Watch this. Like, look at that. Look at that. We're owning zombies. Now you can just stand here on top of the vehicle, and yeah. Dead. And then let's move over. Let's go on the road. Under there. Dead. This is a really good strategy. You could just be walking down the road, and the zombie dies before you even hit them. So it's a really good strategy. Except it's not the best. Try to get more of the zombies' attention. Or another way, this is more of a multiplayer effective tip where you're going co-op fighting zombies. Now this really works against the Hulk zombie. You just do something like this. Like you could do this, and then get the Hulk zombie, and it'll just get wrecked. Like, look at all these. Or you could just drive a random car, drive over past here, and the zombies will get wrecked. Yep. That's about it. The only problem about this is the fact that sentries on vehicle will not get affected by generators not on the vehicle. Like, let's say I turn this on. It affects all these, fine, right? But not these. Same thing with generator on vehicles. It does not affect these. So, you gotta watch out for that. That's about it for that, I guess. And I'll see you in the next tips and trick video. This had lots of tips. I hope it really helped you out. And see you